Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. And they both just did like a squat stand-up at the exact same time. Secondly, is that father and son? Anyway, I'm Will Dragon Media, and this is All Quiet in the Trenches, with that little distraction going on. Now, we've just come back from battle. Commandant unfortunately did not make it. And, there's a lot that's gone on. Let's, low supply, that's not good. A very busy hospital. We have 2 people in the field hospital, both of which have a bad recovery. Both of which I believe were there before the battle. Somewhat jaded, very jaded, no longer compassionate. People are not having a good time, ladies and gentlemen. People are not having a good time. Secret Surf and Conquest is a good plan and the men who can implement it. You have shown that you are one of them. I'm sure those your men will soon be back on their feet. Tell them their Kaiser is proud of them. Oh, they'll be so happy to hear it. So many dead and wounded. We'll look after your 2 men, but our resources are limited. Offer help. We'll give any help we can. The whole group is exhausted. Yes, they are. The officers are dissatisfied with me because even now the quality of their rations is suffering from the current supply bottlenecks. Are you interested? Do I have the men is the better question. No, and no. We're already going to risk a collapse just from doing this. But let's do it anyway. How many do you want? You want 1 person? Linux? Nope, you're in the field hospital. Menk and Hunt can rest. We don't have any jobs. Let's see what we can do. Now, also, FYI, ladies and gentlemen, I mentioned in the last episode that I felt as if home leave had disappeared. Turns out I am correct. Alex, the developer of the game, has reached out to me. He has let me know that, yes, I have in fact encountered a bug. And so home leave will not happen in the game. Now that means that we could potentially play forever and make this an endless war of attrition. However, this will in fact be the last episode of this current playthrough. I'm going to play to the end of this episode and see what it ends up looking like. First hit next turn. And let's see what happens. Do not make me write a report. Okay. After my deal with the field attendants... Ah, right, yes. Little meat. I explained the trade I made to them. Took some time to calm them down, but eventually the men accepted my explanation. Some nodded in agreement, others seemed rather snivelly. But no one showed any resentment. I just want you to be fed. Ah, get out of it. Linux? Why couldn't it be lots? I don't like that guy. He's never gonna die. He'll be with me. He's gonna haunt me in me dreams. I openly mourned the loss of a comrade. I liked Linux. He was there from the beginning. My whole squad has fallen apart completely. The general commotion of the camp seemed unusually distant and dull. Almost as if a veil were over the soldiers who had gathered in our camp. Almost as if a veil were over... Oh, okay. They sat in silence watching Hunt sort through Cumberbund's personal belongings. I silently joined them. So Linux just died. We're now sorting through Cumberbund's belongings. And then soon we'll have to sort through Linux belongings. Oh, Lots now has a fever. Okay, I may actually get my wish. The hospital occupancy went down a smidge. Our supplies are running low. Can you help us out? Many. Have them all. And spare me having to beg for the time being. About time I got back to work. Is there anything else? Lontz has developed a severe fever. Very distant and jaded. You're not the guy. Trained in first aid. Somewhat jaded. Very distant. Very sociable. Fairly compassionate. I feel like trained in first aid trumps the other 2. Okay, so our squad's falling apart. Yes. Comrades in the trenches. Oh, yay. Make sure your people are ready. Your unit is tasked with guard duty. Ask for a break. Very well. Ask for a favor. Find a fallen set. Thank you. There goes most of my prestige. Oh, we're still in exceptional, actually. So we'll come across here. Oh, somebody else does want something. Resupply came in. Fantastic. 13 weeks worth of supply. Helps when you've only got half a squad. Upset? Yeah, I'm not surprised. Hostel full. Oh, we've got supply. Went from 3 to 8 from doing the trade. I feel like that should have maybe been more like 3 to 4. And then 8 to 13. Definitely helps only having half a squad. So he's feverish. Let's hit next turn and let's see what happens. He'll cure himself. He'll definitely cure himself. Tired removed. Down to strain. And down to 11 weeks worth of food. Why? Did we get another guy? Have your people ready. It's back to the trenches. Oh, wow. Going back to the front. Yes, I am, apparently. With a 3-man squad that's falling apart. That could really do with that home leave that's not going to happen anymore. But like I said, at the end of this episode, it doesn't matter because I'm sending them on home leave. I don't care what Field Lieutenant von Karsbrook says. I'm sending them on home leave. Menk looks really weird with his helmet on. I mean, I don't recognize that as Menk. That... Are we sure that's the right model? That look weird. Fram is exhausted and he hates me. You're recovering camp. We... Go get some rations. We got up to 3 turns already just for losing a soldier. And nobody wants anything of me, and they probably shouldn't because I can't do anything. I'm down to a 2-man squad. I've got Rambo and the Terminator with me. That is my 2-man squad. Do you want to play a little trick on the French? I can't. Oh, I can. Takes both my men. Go get them, boys. Rambo and Terminator. Off you go. Oh, what happened? Morale is terrible. Need more space for reinforcements. God, you're just going to keep giving me the 2-man jobs, huh? Oh, things are going to go horribly wrong. We have 11 weeks worth of food. How terrible is that? Oh. Oh, Menk got injured. Something was going on in the French trenches. Menk collapsed whilst working. We had to send him to the field hospital. We're down to the Terminator. Or was he Rambo? I don't know. We're down to one of them. Hey, Fram's back. How you doing? There was a French raid this morning. A grenade hit our ammo storage. Now a lot of bullets are useless. I still have full ammunition. They have a sniper in the area. Deliver a message to headquarters, you say? Well, that'll have to be... Can we send it with Menk? He's there anyway. It'll be the fastest message I've ever delivered. It'll automatically go there via game computerization. So what have we got? Woo! Things are... We're not quite in an abysmal mood, which I do believe is the last stage we can reach. Let's see how far we make it. We were raided tonight. The French were suddenly here out of nowhere. What did we lose? I'll live with it. I will live with it. 9 weeks worth of food left. A communications trench. Well, that's not going to happen, is it? There goes my prestige. Because I can't physically do it. Oh, I'm still an exceptional. That's not bad. All things considered. I need someone to deliver an urgent message to headquarters. Right, you deliver the message. You fetch ammunition. Oh, wow. Every time I delay, we have consequences. I physically can't do it. So I'm going to lose prestige every single round. Because it's impossible. You need a break. Do you know what? Go for it. No. I thought he needed a break. Oh, I guess not. I'm down on high prestige. And we still have to maintain those trenches. And apparently fetch some ammunition. I'm slacking off. You're damn right I am. I've got a 2-man squad. Hole up in the bunker. Well, at least the task has disappeared. Are we going back to camp? Because I'd like to go back to camp now. Pack your things, huzzah. There's been an impact not far from here. Not our problem anymore. Let's go back to camp. With our 2-man squad. Ooh! We got Smithbauer and Con, both at the same time. Hunt. The latrine is filled to the brim. Why would you tell me that? Smithbauer, still happy to be here. Con, always happy to be here. So many of them here and more are coming. We'll do everything in our power to save lots. He does have that fever, though. Fram, go treat him. Con, go do latrine duty. We'll soon be relieving our comrades in the trenches. Okay, we're not going back to the trenches, folks. I'm sending my guys on home leave. We're no longer in a bad mood, though, so that's good. Oh, that's because those two helped prop it up a little bit. Your men are exhausted. Let's give them double rations. Because I only have to get through 2 more turns, and I'm calling this game, ladies and gentlemen. Let us... I'm going to send... Oh, dear Lord, it is quite bad, isn't it? I'm going to send Smithbauer to help out in the hospital. Oh, what's happening? A heavy gloom had settled over the camp since we had learned of our next mission. The soldiers prepared diligently for their next assignment, but the evening conversations were quiet and subdued and only a shadow of normal camp life. A few days before we left, I caught Fram repeatedly checking whether he had packed everything for our deployment. Ask about the reason. Probably yes, but I keep wondering if I've forgotten something crucial that could make all the difference in an emergency. He put his rucksack aside and looked at me with a troubled expression. I keep thinking that I don't want to end up like Cumberbund. But what exactly can I do other than make sure I have everything I need? Does he like me? No, wait, hang on, Fram. He does! We can check together. With an almost caught look, the soldier turned his head and tensed as he reached for his rucksack. Thanks, but I'd rather do it myself. Of course. I had him for a moment before saying goodbye and going back. Oh, right. I thought he'd accept my help. We're very camaraderie. When I faced the soldier Smithbauer alone for the first time, he stood expectantly in front of me. Nice beard. Just shortened to minimum length today, under officer, exactly according to regulations. Oh, these regulations, I said with a shrug. You don't have to bend over backwards because of things like that, for my sake. I don't find it uplifting. I looked at him incredulously, but then he realized he was very serious. Well then, nice to have you with us, Smithbauer, I concluded. He clicked his heels together in an old-fashioned farewell and bowed his head stiffly before walking away. Woo! Good recovery, no longer feverish. I told you, he'll be with me forever. Oh, somebody collapsed. Menk collapsed. Wait, no. Collapse removed. Menk is no longer collapsed. But hey. We lost a lot of statuses, good and bad, to be fair. We are down to 3 days worth of double rations. And how can we help things? Lotz's fever has subsided. Menk isn't quite back on his feet yet, but I had to let him go. Your order to expand the rear trenches. I refuse. I assisted at the field hospital as you ordered. I'll never forget what I saw. The corpses, the blood, the bucket full of amputated limbs. The comrade I was supposed to fix, he didn't have a face anymore. I don't know what was worse, the desperate gurgling that was his screams of pain or the squelching, rasping sound of the bone saw. Hang on, again. Let's... Can we... Oh, we can't get a good angle anymore. Hang on, can I... No, it doesn't. That does not look like Menk, I swear. Has his model changed or something? I don't recognize Menk anymore. I don't know. But he doesn't look right. I swear he doesn't look right. So we're not going to dig those trenches because I refuse. My men are going on home leave next turn. They're not going to the trenches. We are all deserting and going home for ice cream. Oh, what's going on? Sifting through letters? The experience of our latest mission made me think. Young Menk's behavior kept running through my mind. At every command, he had rushed off as if there was no tomorrow. It wasn't just the unconditional obedience to the army command, and to me, that was common among some other soldiers. What was missing was the fear that nearly all soldiers had, and the seemingly natural aversion to killing another person. Even if that person had been declared an enemy, Menk didn't seem to shy away from it. He is very patriotic. No, he's very courageous, sorry. He's somewhat jaded, a bit by the book, fairly tolerant, but very distant. Having such a berserker on board was fine by me. On my next round, I expressed my appreciation to him. He accepted the praise silently, but glowing with pride. Trying to prove something, maybe. Won't try and give any hints as to what that might be. The death of Linux still hung over the troop like a dark cloud. In their thoughts, most of the soldiers seemed to still be with their comrade. Likewise, Smithbauer looked up thoughtfully from the letter he was writing. Isn't it a pity that our loved ones back home will never understand? Linux' death is a tragic incident, and he will be sorely missed. But what an honor he has been given. To die the most beautiful of all deaths, a hero's death for the Vatland. That's what's on your mind, Hunt looked at him in disbelief. His friend and family have lost a loved one, and the tragedy of it is that they don't understand how heroically he died. Intervene. Title won't bring any comfort to the bereaved. In the end, it's just a word which can never replace Linux. Hunt nodded in agreement, yet with a sad look. But Smithbauer just shook his head. If even the sense of honor in fighting for your Vatland is no longer a consolation to you, he looked down at the letter in his hand. After a moment's thought, he packed up his things and left Hunt and me behind in gloomy silence. There goes my prestige, ladies and gentlemen. There goes, however, our mood. Hank is very jaded. We have quite frankly conditioned him to kill absolutely everything on sight as long as I point in its direction. Have your people ready? No, I refuse. We are not going back to those trenches. I will not be your puppet anymore, von Karsbrook. We are all going home. Pack up your things, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to leave these trenches. And on that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to end the episode there. As I said, we won't actually make home leave because the game has, in fact, bugged. So we won't, unfortunately, make it there. We will, of course, do other playthroughs, and this is not... Well, I would say it's not a common bug. This is the third time I think I've streamed to get this far. And it's the only one time it has, in fact, happened. So there you go. It's less than 50%, so I'm not claiming it to be common. And I doubt it will keep happening again. It is also known and will, of course, be fixed by the wonderful development team. And at this point, I would also just like to give a shout out to them. They're doing a fantastic job on this game. They are constantly improving things, patching things, and uplifting the game, as well as working on and releasing amazing new content. I just also like to pause in that praise because I've just realized there's a line here for hanging clothes on, and I love the detail they have put in. And so, yes, as I was saying, I would just like to give a shout out. They were also very responsive and very kind to deal with. And so, until next time, until we come back and play this absolutely amazing game, a special thank you to developers and to all of you out there who are supporting me and who are enjoying the series. I hope you will continue to come back and continue to enjoy it in the future. And of course, if you do want to play it, it is available on Steam. I am in no way associated. If you buy it, it means nothing to me whatsoever. But, like I said, if you are enjoying it, don't forget you can go and grab it yourself. At the moment in early release, and I believe it potentially pointed for about another year of development until it is finally finished. Don't quote me on that. And so, as I said, until next time, thank you all so absolutely very much. And until we see you again, wherever that may be, I truly hope that you can stay safe, happy, and healthy.